In this video, we will discuss about the energy transformations. So we have seen that energy is basically exists in many forms, right? There are different type of or forms of energy. Now, in some suitable condition, the one form of energy can be converted into the another form. And the process of changing the energy from one form to the another form is known as what? Energy transformation, or we will say the transformation of energy. Now, we will have the example for the same. Suppose a stone piece lies on the roof of a building. Okay, a building is there. This is the stone that is lying on the roof of a building. So it is having what? Potential energy. Now, if it is allowed to free fall from this top of the building, so what happens is during its free fall, the potential energy of the stone is basically changing to the kinetic energy, because now it is not the stationary, okay, it is basically moving. So a moving object is possessing what? The kinetic energy, right? So when the stone touches the ground, means when this stone comes to this ground completely, so what happen is the potential energy is zero, and the whole what, and it is converted into the kinetic energy at last, right? So the transformation of energy has taken place from the potential energy to the kinetic energy during the free fall of an object. Moving ahead, next is when you when we are having a fast moving bullet, okay, so when it hits the target, so it got stuck in it, right? It comes to the rest. So if it is moving, so it is having the kinetic energy, and then when it is hitting the target, so it is converted into the heat energy. So there is the spark as well as there is the sound, okay. So a heat energy is there as well as the sound also there, right? So hence the temperature of this target will increase, so kinetic energy changes to the heat energy. Next is stretch bow and arrow has elastic potential energy. When you stretch the bow and arrow, okay, so you will get what? The elastic potential energy. When you release the arrow, okay, so the potential energy of that system is converted into the kinetic energy, because the arrow is start moving here. So here the potential energy changes to the kinetic energy. Now, I hope that all of you have seen the dam, right? So we store the water in a dam. So it is having what? Potential energy. So here the water is stored. Okay, as you can see, here the water is stored, and this is the dam here. So when you open the gates, so the water starts flowing from here to here. Here, or you, here, if you start here, okay, if you open the gate here, so water will start flowing with a speed, with high velocity. So when it is moving with a high velocity, so it will have what? Kinetic energy. Clear? So basically potential energy transformed to kinetic energy. Then this running water is used to rotate the turbine. This is the turbine, so it will rotate. So the kinetic energy is transformed into the electrical energy, because when it got rotate, okay, so it produce what? The electrical energy. Okay, so we obtain the electricity from this generator. So this is all about what? The energy transformation. I hope this topic is clear to you. Thank you.